All right, so I started this workout with farmer carry. I started with 30 kilos per side. Over a few sets, I built up to 60 kilos per side. I was going about 60 yards per walk, and really here just focusing to get my shoulders, back, entire body warmed up. It's a really good exercise. Uses a little bit of legs too and core before moving into some planche leans. So using a reverse grip here so that I can take the stress out of my wrist. My hands are pretty worn down. I've been taking a somewhat extended break from regular handstand training, and so still trying to keep up some strength work here, but playing with some different hand positions and seeing how that affects my ability to build strength in the shoulders while actually giving myself a break in the hands and the wrists. Actually supersetted those planche leans with some front lever holds and working some open tucks here. And I was trying to hold between 5 and 10 seconds on these holds, so quite high effort for me. And I think this one was about 7.5 seconds. And this is another angle on the same thing. And you can see here with the clock ticking, set my back as much as possible. And as I come down and get set, I'll hold about 8 seconds before I lose this one. So for me, and the amount of pulling that I do, I'm really happy with this. It's nice to see that the planche training and that high effort on the actual pushing side, for me, has translated quite a bit to being able to build some strength in the pulling exercises, even though I train those only about once a week. Then going into some high rep tuck planche push-ups here using a band to help out. And one thing I've noticed over the past few months of working more planche is that my protraction is really weak. And so as I lean forward, I tend to lose my protraction, my back arches, and I start pushing force into the front of the shoulder, bicep tendon, when I really want to have more in the delt and in the upper back and the chest. So here, even working through these reps with this thick band, you can see as I get to the final reps, start to lose a lot of that rounding, a lot of that protraction. And that's the main thing I'm kind of working with this pushing action, to bend and try to push up as much as possible. And the superset with the tuck planche push-up was a bent arm pulling action. Also noticed throughout the past few months of my training that my left side, left arm, left shoulder, left leg, left lat, all of it is significantly weaker and less developed than my right side. So that's one of the big reasons I started with the farmer carries with the individual handles, so that I can get some unilateral work, even though I'm working both sides at one time. One weight in each hand, so I could really focus on cueing that left side to contract. And now same thing here. I'm doing a row kind of back towards my hip and using a pretty light medium-ish weight to really focus on engaging the lat on each side. So the right side is really quite an easy row, but when I focus on the left to pull and engage the lat, it's actually easy to pull the weight up, hard to use the lat to do it. So that's my goal with that bent arm, bent over dumbbell row. Another factor besides the unilateral imbalance that I've been feeling on the planche is when I lean forward quite a bit, I feel a lot of strain on the distal end of that bicep. So this Maltese raise here in a hollow position is just a way that I've found that I can get a similar sensation with a lot less intensity and then condition that stimulus and start to build up those tissues with a straight arm. And so doing 8 reps here, the session before I actually did 20 pounds, and the stretch was too intense. It felt fine in the moment, but it was something that for what I want to use it for higher reps, for longer time under tension, I wanted to use 15 pounds today to lighten that up and just start to build blood and conditioning to that muscle. All right, so last exercise, supersetting again, push and pull. Here I call this ring row with a lever emphasis. So the basic idea here is that I'm pushing the rings towards my hips with all my strength, imagining that if I were strong enough to do a front lever, I would actually pull my feet up off the box. So I'm keeping a ton of lat engagement here, focusing extra especially on the left side because I know that's my weak side, to kind of continue to make that a high priority. So that was my workout for Saturday, November 25th, 2023. Thanks for checking it out. Do the like, subscribe thing if you found this useful. Leave a comment if you have any questions about my training. Happy to get back to you and kind of fill you in on any details I left out here. Kind of a quick video, so can't talk about every little thing. So thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.